Hello friends, welcome to English with Richly. Today I am going to talk about the poem My Grandmother's House written by Kamala. The poem My Grandmother's House written by Kamala is an autobiographical poem. In this poem, poet longing for her parental house in Malabar is movingly described. She recalls the memory of her ancestor house where she had received immense love and affection from her grandmother. The poem reveals painful, unfulfilled desire to visit her grandmother's house where she deeply and emotionally attached. This poem shows the mood of nostalgia. She is reminded of the happiest day of her childhood, which she spent with the company of her grandmother. There's a house now far away where once I received love. In this line, the poet expresses the house is now far away from the poet's present house. In that house, she enjoyed much with love and pleasure. She was too young to remember those happiest moments, but still she recollected her experience. That woman died. This line expresses, unfortunately, that happiest moment did not last for long because her grandmother died. The house withdrew into silence. In this line, we can understand that grandmother played the important role of the entire happiness of the house, but now she is not there. Snakes moved among the books. I was then too young to read, and my blood turned cold like the moon. In this line, when Kamala was too young, she spent her days with her grandmother. After her grandmother's death, the books in the library of the house left unread. Now snakes are moving among the books. Seeing this, little Kamala felt fear, and her grandmother's death frozen her, and her blood turned cold like the moon. How often I think of going there, to peer through blind eyes of windows or just listen to the frozen air. After her grandmother's death, she moved to another house, but still she is yearning to visit her grandmother's house where she enjoyed much freedom. She thinks of going there to look through the window by blind eyes. Blind eyes means the house is filled with darkness and nothing inside the house is clear to the eyes. And listen to the frozen air in that house. Frozen air means unmoved air because of no inhabitants. Or in wild despair, pick an armful of darkness to bring it here to lie behind my bedroom door like a brooding dog. In this line, poet says she is despair. She lost all hopes. Now she wishes at least to bring her memory of her grandmother's house and keep it behind her bedroom door like a brooding dog. It shows her inability to pay a visit to her grandmother's house. You cannot believe, darling, can you, that I lived in such a house and was proud and loved. In this line, poet addresses her husband calling darling and says that he could not believe or imagine she lived in such a house where she was happy, proud and honored. In this next line, she compared her childhood with the present nature. I who have lost my ways and beg now at strangers' door to receive love, at least in small change. Though she enjoyed the love in her childhood, she lost all the happiest moment at the present. Now she has to beg the door of strangers for love, and she realizes nobody is ready to honor, consider and love each other. She would be happy if she could get at least a small amount of love.